Showing of the Midnight Broadcast Network on YouTube. My name is Slade84, and today we have the Corn State 250 at the Iowa Speedway here tonight for the Road Imports National Series. Once again, alongside Jay Hyper and Jay. We have a 7/8 of a mile track here tonight for the Road Imports National Series. These guys have been practicing for a long time for this. But go ahead and give us what you think will happen tonight.
My expectations for tonight's race is, good side-by-side battle. Both lanes can be used here tonight at Iowa Speedway, so yeah, we'll just see good side-by-side battling, and maybe we'll see battle for the lead here, maybe in the last 5 laps.
Yeah, Iowa almost always brings in some very exciting races. Almost any series you go to, especially the Cup cars, because you can use the top line very well. And the trucks, even almost all 3 series. But like we said, we were going to. Sorry, I'm watching. I need to get off that snowball derby action going on. But it should be very exciting. Like we said, even though it's the Xfinity Series, should be some great side-by-side action. There are a few Cup guys in there too, so don't disclose that. But looks like we already have the qualifying. Everyone's already qualified. It might surprise you who's on pole. It might not. Let's see. You gotta go to a custom car. I figured it is Roush Fenway car, which you almost always expect, but it's not the 17. It's the 6 of Marcus. I'm about to say Fluffy. Of Marcus taking the pole tonight at Iowa. Marcus E-Dub gets the pole tonight, and his teammate and car owner Fluffy will start second in just 8 thousandths. Separated the two. We'll get starting order here for you guys in a minute. The full one. We'll see if we can get Marcus in here now. I want to see if we can get him in here, get his thoughts pre-race, see what he's thinking, before he goes off here and see what he can do.
We get the invite out. Hold on a second. Marcus Ito with the pole. It's his first pole of the season, right?
I believe so. I think Fluffy's had most of them.
Yeah, Fluffy probably has. Oh, I don't have Marcus added. Hold up. Or is he appearing offline? Hold up.
He's probably appearing offline. He usually does.
Got him.
If we can't get him in here, we'll just wait for the order. Here we go. Marcus, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And is your party audio turned to allow?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right, Marcus, this will be your first pole of the season, we believe, but one of many for Roush Fenway. How does it feel to get on the pole and get off to a great start here for Iowa?
Man, it feels great. I honestly came in tonight. I just wanna just come in and win the race and just do my little top 5, top 10 business. But I'm satisfied with the pole, and hopefully, pole turns into a win. So that's the plan now for tonight. Just go out there, perform, and hopefully bring home a win for this Roush camp. So, yeah.
Yeah, Fluffy has had a numerous amount of wins this season, numerous amount of poles. So hopefully you can follow his footsteps and get the pole and the race win yourself. But Jay, do you have any questions for our pole setter before we get going here?
I don't really have any questions. I just want to say that was the 2nd fastest lap all time, or Xfinity at Iowa. Behind your your team owner Fluffy with a 22.859. Probably ran that in practice.
Yeah, we did. We put up a couple practice laps and ran practice sessions, and yeah. So I'm just just ready for tonight. So it's gonna be a great show, and hope people at home can enjoy. And you guys will do. So yeah.
We're at home too, so we'll enjoy as well. But that is Marcus E-Dub, driver number 6 for Roush Fenway Racing in the Road Imports National Series and the Pocono Raceway Cup Series. Thank you for your time. Good luck in tonight's race.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Yep. I think we all agreed there. He said you too. That's something we all do. we're not racing.
No.
So.
I just want to say, if that tells you anything about what I just said about the fastest lap ever on PlayStation of these cars, I mean, that's just how fast these guys are. We have Pat Ace also 5th on the leaderboard. He'll be racing tonight, right, as well?
Yes. What about Zmog? Is Zmog on there?
Zmog is 6th on there.
I guess we'll go down
And
to...
that's the rest that I know.
That's the rest? Okay, because Zmog qualified 4th in tonight's race. So yeah, the top 4 lap times in tonight's race are got on the all-time leaderboard. So that's very exciting. We're going to roll off here the starting order for the Corn State 250 at Iowa. As you heard him right there, that's Marcus Edove, pole setter. And in Roush Way fashion, outside pole goes to Fluffy. Row 2 brings in the 11 of Pat's Ace and the 12 of Smoke Zmog. Row 3 brings in the 9 of Will Mosley. That closes up the top 5, or from the back, excuse me. And alongside him, T-Motor, Jerem Keffer. Row 4 brings in the 79 of Trey and the 61 of A-Trout. Closing at the top 10 in row 5, you have the 77 of Big Destroyer and the 20 of Voltage starting in the rear of the field, near the rear of the field. Row 6 brings in the 8 of X-Intimidator and the 98 of, why did I forget him? JB, making his MBN debut. And starting 13th last in the field tonight is the 1 of I Am Goofy, making his MBN debut. He is, if you guys watch the On a Mission Racing League, he is known for running in that and being very successful in that. So he's gonna give this a try. And I believe, yep, so the range of laps went from Marcus E. Dub's 22.9 to I'm Goofy's 23.5. So almost a little bit more than half the second gap between the lap times. So should be interesting to see how these guys made their setups for short run, long run, how it goes. But Jay, it is what we do on the normal weekly basis. We're going to go with our regular pick and then our sleeper pick. Who you think's going to make their way to the front in a quiet, orderly way, you could say. But Jay, give us who you think's going to win and who your sleeper pick is.
My race winner, I'm not even sure, man. There's a lot of guys. You know, I'm going to go with the number 11 of Pat's Ace. I don't think he's won that long. I don't think he's won for a while now in this league. I think he's won before, but hasn't won in a while, and I think he's going to come with some fire for this race. I mean, he qualified 3rd. He's on the all-time leaderboard, but I mean, you also know the 3 other guys are also on the all-time leaderboard, so they'll also be fast. Well, my race winner will be Pat's Ace, and then I got to go with JB for my sleeper pick. Running a setup that we worked on together, so hopefully it may not have had the best qualifying speed, but he'll have the long run speed.
So you had 3rd place starting position Pat's Ace, as you guys see on the screen here in front of you, and then 12th place starter JB. I'm gonna go with. I mean, I feel like I pick him almost every week. I'm gonna change it up though. I'm gonna go. I think Pulsar Marcus. I think he comes through. Marcus has faced a lot of adversity over the season, Cup and Xfinity, just getting caught up in wrecks that he was, none to his own fault. But I think he has a clear track in front of him here at Iowa, and I think he's gonna get it done. And my sleeper pick, I'm going to go with the 5th place starter from the back. He has already got a great starting position in P5. The inside rolls off well, so this should be exciting to see him go through. But it is 8:05. Invites should be coming out here anytime soon. And as always, I want to thank our supporters and sponsors. First of all, sponsors Ronin Imports for sponsoring our Ronin Imports National Series, Xfinity Series, and Speedway Collective for sponsoring our Default Series on Thursday nights. And our supporters and affiliates at Pocono Raceway for supporting our Cup Series and allowing us to put their name on our Cup Series and support them well. But it's almost that time of the night, Jay. About a minute or two towards invites. You ready to see some racing?
Oh, I'm ready to see some racing. Last week we had some good racing. A last lap pass for the win. I mean, 3rd to 1st on the last lap. Well, I think we'll see something like that again, man. Last lap or last 5 laps, a close battle for the win. So I'm just ready for it.
Let me go to the schedule. I believe we went to Kentucky before Indianapolis, correct?
Yes.
So we've had 2 weeks in a row, or two races in a row over a span of about 3 weeks, where the Kentucky race we had a great battle between Zmog in the 12 and Diesel Rothgate in the 22. that Diesel ended up coming up away with the win. And then last week we had A-Trout go from 3rd to 1st in the final lap. With a last lap turn events that you could not miss. So it should be interesting to see what action comes on tonight at Iowa, especially on NASCAR Heat 4. Let me take a look at that leaderboard, actually. Iowa all-time. So you have Fluffy, he said he was practicing earlier, so Fluffy P1, but his qualifying time would have put him P2, technically. Marcus' qualifying time would have put him P1, and if Fluffy didn't run that time. Pat's 5th, Smoke 6th. And I believe Will ran a, let me double check from the back's time. He ran a 180 and qualified 5th in this race. So yeah, 600ths off of the 10th place all-time leaderboard. I think we're all up there on weekly. Yeah, actually, there's only one other person, 2 other people on their weekly. A-Trout, who qualified 8th, is 10th on the weekly leaderboard. So that's interesting to see.
That's what fast cars, man. That's just what it is. It is showing up on the leaderboards. I mean, all-time 4 on the all-time weekly. I can't even remember how many exactly, but there's the invites for the race. So.
Blue screen. Pretty sure my Christmas music's playing, and I got one of these themes that plays Christmas music.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is an 13 car field today. Do not mind the 2 broadcasters. Should be interesting though. I would love to see how JB and Goofy do in their first starts. They're starting 12th and 13th. But you know, we always say, not a motto here, but we always tell people we really care about, you know, I'd say what's 60-70% being clean and 30% being fast. You think that'd be good? I just made that up, by the way. But yeah, we focus on guys who run clean races and just keep the car clean over straight up speed. So hopefully that's what hopefully they bring to the table, and if they can, they will be here for many weeks to come.
As they're getting lined up here, just got the start, so.
Pole setter, where you at? Marcus, we're going to go through a paint scheme preview here. 2 pace laps or just 1?
I think just 1. I think
okay,
they get in line pretty quick here.
So we have here the number 6 of Marcus E-Dub going with an orange, white, and black scheme this week. I think they're doing 1. Outside him, fluffing to the 16, you see him to the left side of your screen, red and gray. P4 Smoke Z-Mog, black and orange as well. We go to, we might have time to do this.
They start in the restart box.
Alright, yeah.
Going.
We'll look at everybody else update on this.
They're going.
We got the green flag box and a green flag. We're underway here at Iowa, and Fluffy got up to a great start. But Marcus is going to hold that inside.
Fluffy off to a great start on the outside, but Fluffy just run the inside. I mean, maybe this may have been organized start, let Fluffy get out front, but it does not look like Mark is actually going to let him stay up there. Well, he's letting him on the outside, but he's not giving up. He's got a fast car, and he wants to show everyone here that he's got a chance at this win.
Yep, Mark is on the inside. Ooh, a couple cars getting a little squirrely going into turn 1, 11, 20, and the 12. Look like they got a little out of shape. They're fine, though. And look at that quickly. I believe that's, ooh, 61. Loose off turn 2. He saves it. But looks like the 20's around. Voltage.
20's around, and did he make any contact or just spin out?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he just got the seam, which is very common here at the Iowa Speedway. There is a seam in between each lane, so that would not have been an uncommon spin. But look here, JRM Keffer started P6, already up to P3, and the number 7 JRM Motorsports, number 7 Chevrolet. But Fluffy, as we said, already out to a lead. Marcus staying close to him in 2nd, Keffer 3rd, Pat's 4th, and Will Mosley, who started 5th, is still in 5th.
Fluffy getting out to a little bit more of a lead over Marcus and Keffer, but Pat's A started 3rd and now back to 4th. Looking to the inside of Keffer. Actually, Keffer got a little tight there. Gonna be side by side for 3rd. Gonna take the spot. Stay on the inside.
You know, like Kemper just let him go here. You know, I don't know if Kemper just knows Pat's the faster car, or he knew that the inside line would have just been preferred there. He knew he was going to lose anyway, so he wanted to get back in and fall in line before the 9 or the 12 car got in on him.
Definitely just trying to reduce the pain there, just letting them go by. And we got a 4-car, a little over, not really 4-car breakaway. I mean, 5th, Will Mosley in the 9, still there on the inside. But we got some cars pushing up, the 8 pushing up, it's Intimidator. Back in the middle of the pack. It looks like he's running the higher line, actually. Not really pushing up, just not running the bottom.
Yeah, Voltage pretty far off pace, about half a track back off of the leader Fluffy. So it's like right now he's just trying to calm down, get back under control, and get back at it for stage 2 unless the caution comes out. But right now, yeah, like you said, pretty much a 5-car breakaway now as the 8 and the 12 have fallen off, or the 77 and 12, excuse me, 2 Penske cars.
77 and 12 falling off. Has the 12 just got a qualifying setup in? Or is this just how the race is going to go for him? Is he just does not have the speed like he does in qualifying? It's kind of a 5-car breakaway, but we'll see how the rest of this run goes out. They do need to pit at least once. Need to pit for like 5 laps of fuel, I believe. I'm not sure how much you can save here, but it's at least 5 laps of fuel. 29, 28 lap run, yeah, stage 1. You make like 24 laps on fuel.
24?
I think it's 23 or 24.
So depends how you run the corner. If you are heavy in, braking, and very heavy off, you're probably going to go around 24, 23. But if you just let off very early going in, coast it, get off the throttle very gently, you should be able to go 25, maybe 26 if you stretch it. But people will have to really devote this stage to saving fuel if they want to go 29, which is how long the first stage is, 29 laps.
Like I said, I think it just depends on if you have the 4th gear, saving fuel gear. I mean, I would say just already go at it. Try to save as much fuel as you can early in the run. Let your tires conserve as well. No, because saving tires on old tires kind of just suck, in my opinion. It's hard to. We got a battle for the lead up front here. We got top 2 side by side again, Marcus and Fluffy. Marcus a little better on the bottom right now. He's got below him, below Fluffy, and Fluffy's just running the higher lane.
Marcus going to tie it way down into there. Try the slide job on the 16, not going to make it happen. Fluffy, great run on the top side, and he's going to be able to lead that lap.
Fluffy going to be able to lead the lap as Marcus still fights on the bottom, but this outside can work. What will it work? Can he stay ahead of Marcus, or... I actually think Marcus is going to get him right here. I think Fluffy's going to drift up high to one corner, maybe hit the wall, may have to lift up a little early, and Marcus is going to capitalize on it. But we're still side by side for this stage.
Side by side for the lead on board with the 7 of Jeremy Keffer, and you saw for a split second there the 9 of Will Mosley has made his way up to the 4th position, passing left. Oh, Keffer loose off of turn 2, and as we speak, he gets the 9. The 12's involved. The 11 got some of it. And that's going to be our first caution. The 7 of Kepper just got a little bit loose off of turn 2 and snapped back to the right in front of the 9. And a promising start to the day for the 9 from the back is it's going to be a little bit, not temporary, but he'll be restarting 7th here. We'll see what he can do on the preferred line, but he'll be starting behind the 11 of Pat's Ace, who'll be 5th. But we have a new 4th place runner in the 77 of Big Destroyer. He'll restart P4, or he going to the pits P4.
Going to the pits P4. Everyone should come down pit road. They will be able to make it off of pit, make it the rest of the way at the stage. We'll see how many laps will be left. What?
I was going to say, we might actually have one stay out. Trey was on pit road at the time of caution. So if the 77 stays out, or 79 stays out, it would not be a surprise, and he does. Trey, in the 79, will get some laps led here tonight, and he'll be restarting P1. We should have around 12 to 11 laps to go.
Not that many laps to go, but Trey leading into turn 1, but Fluffy strong on the outside. Staying side by side with him. Marcus may try and run this outside too. I don't think I've seen him run the outside at all. See how he runs up here. I mean, he's just kind of following Fluffy. Pat's Ace is right behind him too in the 11. Trey, I think he's holding on a little stronger than I thought he would down at the bottom real early in this run. I know he has fresh tires, but still, and I don't think it's about to be 3 wide. No, he's backing off. Fluffy to the lead, just already building a gap early in the race.
Yep, 16 of Fluffy to the lead, 6 of Marcus follows. He's P2, battle for P3 as we have a car under the outside wall. In the back of the pack appears to be the 8, but the 11 and 79 now battling for third is Jeremy Keffer behind him.
Marcus clears the 79 for second as we are going to have Fluffy's already pulling away.
Oh, the 79 gets the apron.
79 making contact with, oh, we got a bunch of cars. That should be a caution.
We're going to get another look here. Appears to me that 79 got the apron, and there we go. Yep, 79 gets the apron. Some contact with the 7, but he was already on the apron, which means he was pretty much already around. And Fluffy was able to hold on to the lead there ahead of Marcus, but so we should be Fluffy first, Marcus second, Pat's third, Keffer fourth, Z-Mog fifth, Big Destroyer sixth, 7th X Intimidator, 8th A-Trout, 9th JB, 10th Goofy, and the 9 of from the back has been caught up in both of these wrecks, and he's went, I believe, from the 5th position all the way back to around 12th or 11th just from getting caught up in these wrecks. 4th, actually. 4th to 12th.
Looks like we'll have 2 cars pitting, the 8 and the 1 of Goofy and A-Trial. Late pit road. Entry to pit road, 61. All came down pit road, I believe. Yes. Yeah.
Voltage also pit, but we're back underway here at Iowa. 1 car goes to the bottom, so you let some guys go. That's Goofy in the 1.
He would go early in the 1. The 1 car lane, he would go as we are back to green flag racing with 4 to go this time by. Off of turn 4. Here we go. 4 to go this time by for stage 1.
Fluffy is leading that outside lane with Marcus and Keffer on the top side. Pat's all on the bottom. Z-Mog's going to join him. This is the top 5. And you see the safe center, biggest order. That is the battle for the last spot, last stage point. Remember, 5th place is the last car to get stage points here at MBN. Top 5 only. So, you know, everyone from 6 on back is hunting down this 12 and or the 7. Or the 11, actually. Z-Mog goes high to avoid the 11.
Keffer getting a run on the outside of Marcus. Is that outside lane going to work here? As he's there, and Marcus is going to make contact with
3
him.
cars around, or 2 cars, 79, 61. No caution.
2 cars around. And we're coming to 2 to go this time by. Keffer in the 2nd place, right behind Fluffy. There's the 8 and 2 Intimidator inside of Marcus, and we got cars around, or just a bunch of contact?
Just a bunch of contact, but Voltage, the 6 car, looks like he tail whipped the 77 and the 9, gets caught up again, but how about Voltage from restarting 13th, and he's up to 3rd right now as we have 1 to go in the stage.
1 to go in the stage, and he may actually get 2nd from Keffer here, see if he can get a good launch off of 2. He's staying right in
contact
the lane.
with the wall.
Little contact with the wall. No damage on, so it won't make any difference for him. Just a little slower the car. And nope, gonna be 3rd maybe. Yeah, 3rd.
3rd for Voltage, but stage winner goes to Fluffy. 2nd is the 7 of Keffer. 3rd goes to 20 of Voltage, going from 13th to 3rd in that 5-lap shootout. Then you have 4th place X Intimidator, who little contact from the 5th place car. Marcus E-Dub got him to 4th.
Marcus E-Dub getting a 5th place stage finisher there. 1 more point for him. Gonna need all the points you can get in this series to try to make the playoffs. We got a tight battle for the playoffs. Not really sure how points are right now, but just knowing how they have been finishing, I'm sure they're right now, like, real close. A bunch of drivers are just real close for that cutoff spot. especially with drivers coming in and out of the league. As some people, I mean, Titans, he was joined the race, and he's talked to him recently. He's got a little bit of a work schedule issue for Monday night, so won't be seeing him much. But Keffer is going to be leading this restart. Seems like his team got him out a little faster. Faster than Fluffy, as they're going into turn 1 right now. Side by side, Keffer may keep the lead or clear the lead. He will clear the leader here. Whoa, get the lead from Fluffy. But Fluffy fighting back on the inside, has a really fast car. They're side by side for the lead. The number 8, Intimidator, trying to sneak his way up there, maybe make it 3 wide. Fluffy rolling that bottom just really good, and he will clear Keffer for the lead. Starting first there was nice, but could not hold on to it for the lead, as Fluffy's just back in the lead after I think 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, Fluffy, once again, you're later. It's a common theme here, but Keffer on the outside, Marks on the inside, battle for second. Oh, the 8 car of Intimidator, he got the seam as we've seen before. The 61 hits him head on. This is going to be a 2-car incident, but no caution once again.
No caution, but I just seen a car flipping on my end. Oh my, there was a car flipping and no caution. May not have been that bad, to be honest. Ended up being that bad. Intimidator really off the pace, though. We have a battle for third. Voltage, he's actually going for battle for second now, side by side.
The second at 20 car, it flies. Started in the back, but he does know he has got some very good speed in that number 20 Joe Gibbs Camry, or Supra, excuse me.
Common occurrence for this 20 car to be really fast on fresh tires, but sometimes later in the run he kind of falls off. See how this race goes for him. As Keffer going to hold on to second. Well, he's going to run the outside, but still holding on to second. Fluffy we just forget about Fluffy. This is a battle for second right now. There's no reason to even talk about him. Just way out front.
Yeah, Pat's trying to poke his nose in the picture along with the 6 of Marcus and the 12 of Z-Mongo, the 9 from the back. They're starting to get into this mix. Could they mix it up? It looks like Voltage just going to try and lead that inside. Head of the 7, but the 7 holding his own grab.
7 holding his own ground as Pat's Ace is right behind these two. They're side by side. I think someone's going to get impatient here and maybe make these two make contact or make it 3 wide. I don't think some people are going to be happy just riding around in 4th and 5th. Seeing these two being a roadblock for them as Fluffy just drives away from the field.
Yep, 16 of Fluffy, start-finish line is about a 2, which is about a 1.5 gap between the first and second place cars of now. Voltage, potentially, if he can clear the 7, and it appears that he will. Voltage to second, but that's going to bring the 11 of Pat's Ace to third, potentially. Oh, little contact. 7 gives a 20 a nudge up the track, and the guy who got the best thing out of that was the 11 of Pat's. He'll go from 4th to 2nd for the time being.
4th to 2nd, as I mean, the 7 and the 20 were side by side, and the 11 just got by both of them right there. He can clear the 20 off exit. He will. As right now the 9's looking inside of the 7 of Keffer. Side by side as well. Keffer just can't get in line, just single file. He's just too wide through the whole field.
Yep. Oh, the 9 not clear yet. 9's going to ride the bottom here. This is the battle for the 4th position. From the back was in the 4th place position before he got caught up in 3 wrecks. All 3 wrecks we've had today, or 3 of the 4. He was involved in the first 3, so he's nice to see him back into that 4th place position. Oh, Keffer loose off a 4, and that's going to send his machine into the outside wall. And it looks like there'll be no other cars severely involved. Keffer is going ahead and just bring it down pit road.
Yep, just a single car incident. Gonna bring it down pit road. Maybe he gets the 4 fresh tires. His Voltage is also coming down pit road. As this is a time for people to pit, not fully halfway into the run, but there's about 18 laps to go, probably coming to 17 for these guys. And I mean, it's about a third of the way in. Maybe come down, get 4 fresh tires real early, and try to use these fresh tires to catch up to the people who are on older tires right now.
The 77 did make some contact in that incident with Keffer, along with the 6 of Marcus. Those two are fine. The 77 did lose some time. Nothing major though, as Fliv is going to keep pulling away. And right now, you have the second place position is the 11 of Pat's Ace. Third is 9 from the back. Fourth is the 6 of Marcus, and fifth is the 12 of Smoke Zimog, with the 77 of Big Destroyer trailing in sixth.
Okay, I just got back caught up. Marcus right now in fourth, Pat's Ace in second. I'm not sure if he's reeling in that number 16 of Fluffy or not, but I don't think Fluffy's really pulling away either. Seems like could be around the same length as he did have to get by Keffer and Voltage, as they both came down pit road already. So they're not up there, but number 9 from the back, running third right now, right behind the 11. Looking real strong right now.
79 Trey made his green flag pit stop. The 61 of A-Trout made his, but not without a little bit of trouble. The 61 spun out, going on to pit road, so he'll lose some valuable seconds. The 8 of X Intimidator comes down pit road, along with the 77 of Big Destroyer, the 98 of JB, and that's all for that lap. But now another lap comes by, and Fluffy will end up pitting. You have Pat's pitting, Marcus, Z-Mog from the back. A lot of cars making their green flag pit stops. And it looks like the 1 of I'm Goofy, the Tweez pit. Looks like the 1 of Goofy is the only car to not make their green flag pit stop. So this is your leader right here, making his first start in the MBN in any MBN event.
The leader, as he may be coming to pit road this time. No, he's going to keep running. Has he pitted yet? I'm not sure. He may have pitted with other people, but we'll see if he keeps running or if he'll come down pit road.
He has not pit yet.
Oh yeah, I see he is the leader. Yeah, he is the leader, hasn't pit yet. Coming out, these cars are coming up on him quick. The cars behind him is the 8. Just coming off pit road. Gonna be sneaky coming up on him. You can make it about 20 laps on fuel. So, do you think he's maybe saving? Because it's a 27 lap stage. Think he gets saved 3 or 4 laps?
Oh, isn't it 24? Can you go 24?
You can go like 23 or 24 laps.
So you save 3 laps here, and he's gonna make it if he does decide to save. So we'll see. Nope, he is bringing his JRM machine down pit road, and he'll be the final person to pit. Final driver to make his green flag pit stops for stage 2. And it looks like that'll bring Voltage.
I think Voltage is the leader right now, I believe. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Once the 1 gets passed, I believe Voltage will be your leader. It looks like we had a couple of incidents. You saw A-Trout spin on pit road. Again on pit road, he is 3 seconds behind Keffer. X Intimidator, he wrecked on his own, never mind, so he's naturally back there. Goofy comes out of the pits, and this gives the lead to Voltage, it appears.
Is Voltage the leader? I know JB was back, and he's pulling away from him right now. But did JB maybe take 2 tires or 4 tires? No, Voltage is the leader. He is. I see it. So JB is about to go a lap down.
I believe Fluffy just passed Voltage for the lead, if I'm not mistaken. We'll get another look at it here. And yes, Fluffy, 16, your new leader, as you saw 3 turns ago. But right now, they're coming to...
I'm into 7 to go this time. That was 7 to go right here.
7 to go here?
Yeah, 7 to go.
Oh, I was a little behind. 7 to go, Fluffy. Ooh, a little loose there. But
JB in the wall. Oof. First car lap down right now, as long as Fluffy doesn't lap anymore. Cars, I don't see anyone up there, so I think JB will get the lucky dog here, going to the last stage.
Yep, Voltage looks like he did take 2 tires. He has fallen off pretty quickly. But he has the 11 of Pat's Ace right on his bumper. And, coming up, you got 2 orange and black cars of Smoke Z-Mog and Marcus. They should be coming here shortly. And, yeah, Voltage you see in the back side of your screen. He's just going to let Pat's go. JB, a little loose off turn 4. He saved it, though. Nice save.
Maybe loose off turn 4. He was talking to him on the pit stops. He was tight real early in this race, so he's probably made adjustments trying to make this looser. and he may have made it a little too loose for the middle to long run.
Yeah, Voltage does not have that drive off because he looks like he's a little too loose for 2 tires. So he's already, came out first, back to third now, and potentially going to lose more spots. But if you're Voltage, you just want to get top 5 and get these stage points. I mean, you just need to stay ahead of, it appears that is the, if we can get a better look, the 79 and the 77 are battling for that 6th place position. The 77 is going to not get them, but these two battling for the 6th position.
Right now, they're going to come the 2 to go. Fluffy's going to come the 2 to go this time by. For the 2 finish off stage 2. Stage 1. Didn't quite get the pole, but 8 thousandths off the pole. But right now, running the lead. The 2 to go. I think he's got a strong chance at winning this race. He's just got to stay consistent and pray that it does not come down to fuel mileage, because we all know that is Fluffy's kryptonite. You just cannot seem to put together a race when you have to save fuel.
Fluffy is great for that straightaway speed and overall consistency, but like you said, when it comes down to fuel strategy, I believe total there's been about 3 races this season, maybe 4, Cup and Xfinity, where Fluffy said the off-right fastest car, and because it came out of fuel strategy, he was not able to win. I know Martinsville Cup Series, Worthman was able to get away with a win at Martinsville, and Fluffy finished 6th. But Flip's going right there. He's going to get the stage 2 win. Pat Ace will finish P2. P3 belongs to Smoke Zmog. P4
Marcus.
P4 Marcus. P5 Voltage. So Voltage was able to keep that spot, it appears.
Got an extra point, but here we are going to the last stage.
So we're in the last stage. I mean, this mono event seen several mistakes today. Excuse me. We see several mistakes today of the 8, the 20. I believe the 7's got it twice, just hitting the seam and getting loose and spinning out. And you cannot have those mistakes in stage 3 because there's nothing to back you up other than maybe a regular caution. There's no stages. There's no automatic cautions coming out. So it should be interesting to see if drivers take it more conservative here today, or in this last stage.
Okay, apparently the 98 got a black flag there during those green flag pit stops. You forgot about black flags being on for this league, so that's why he's so far back.
Did the 8 stay out?
I honestly don't know.
Yep, he did.
Yeah,
the 8,
he did. 8 stayed out. Didn't mean to.
If you see that courtesy goes directly to the bottom of the track, let everybody go. The 1's been doing that all night. Just letting everybody go, but because of that, Fluffy will regain the lead, and Pat's 2nd, Marcus in 3rd, Smoke Zmog 4th, and it's like 5th for the moment is Will Mosley in the 9.
Side-by-side battle for 5th. I mean, we have Voltage looking inside. No, never mind. It's battle for 6th. Who is that right there?
77, a Big D in the Advocare Ford Mustang.
77, a Big Destroyer. Okay. Advocare. It's a nice looking car, actually. Nice white, red, and blue for that car, but as of right now, okay, there's Voltage looking at the inside of the 9 now for 5th place.
And he's gonna make the pass.
Gonna make the pass. And will make the move back underneath him. No, he will not. Does not have the run to do so. Voltage, we know Voltage has a fast car, short run, so let's see how many spots he can pick off here. And it looks like he's going to go to the inside of the 8, of Marcus. No, it's a 12 of Smoke Zmog. Another car right down. Now he's back up to 4th. 8 car coming off pit road. X-Intimidator.
Yep, so
and everyone's way.
Hugs on the bottom. Lets everybody go. But right now, here's your running order. Fluffy in the 16 in 1st. 2nd, Pat's Ace. 3rd, Marcus. 4th, Voltage. As he's out of shape.
Voltage out of shape. What just happened? He get loose again, middle of the straightaway? I'm not even sure what has happened there. Or just got his game may have froze, honestly. That's what it looked like. His game may have froze, and he, like, turned in, or the turn actually showed up. I did not realize how many laps we got on this last stage. We got contact for a 7, actually. Oh. He had contact. I was looking at his stream. He's alright. He spun out on his stream.
7 did?
I'm not sure. 7, yeah. Keffer. I'm not sure who he made contact with, but he's far back, and
we'll watch it here again on the Kepper onboard. His YouTube channel is Jason Kepper on YouTube. And here's Keffer running the high side middle lane in turn 4 and just gets loose on that seam. It's been trouble for him all night. That's the 3rd time. But that's the 5th time we've seen anybody do it. So obviously everyone having trouble here tonight. Almost everyone.
People having trouble on the seam. You just either gotta run that middle to bottom middle, or you gotta run like right next to the wall here. You cannot run the 3rd lane here. It's just that the seam's right there. Your car will spin out instantly. Not really much you can do about it. You gotta just avoid it. Basically, just slippy. It's basically ice on the track, and when you hit it, it just spins out.
One thing he did, which caught my attention, was looked like when he was trying to save the car, he was looking around for other cars as well, because when he hit the apron, he kind of kept on the wall, someone else passed, drove it all the way down to the grass, let other cars pass, and then tried to gather it up completely, which ended up spinning out. But still, that's a great way of doing it. I mean, of making a mistake, he was very courteous for the rest of the field. So nice job by Keffer there, even though he got the seam. But
I mean, Fluffy just pulling away from the pack again. We're really spread out right now. Other than, like, maybe battle for 8th or 9th. Like here between the 79 and the 61 side by side.
Yeah, not very many. You got pretty much a 3-car, possibly a 3-car pack, maybe. 20 and 12 from the 77. That's about it, and we're going to get on board here with the 77 Big Destroyer, and this is the closest pack you will see at the moment on track. And yeah, even that's starting to get separated.
Starting to separate, as I mean, we got, looks like, so Big D puts it in the wall. Looks Zemog and Voltage are racing side by side. Now we're getting to that middle of the run where Voltage was like real fast early and was passing the cars like Spoke Zemog, but now Spoke Zemog's getting the upper hand on him. Maybe that's what happened to Voltage actually. Maybe got real loose right there. May have tried to turn in or something, or hit the wall. I'm not exactly sure. Car just like went to the left when he like got loose. Went to the inside, but
if you see the onboard at 77, which we're looking at right now, the 20 is coming down half a lane almost each time it comes off of turn 2, and sometimes turn 4. So that 20 car obviously a little ill handling right now, coming off each corner a little loose, which is not what you want to have here at Iowa.
Don't want the car to be too loose, but you also don't want the car to be too tight, as just being tight will just have you miss the corner and maybe slip up into that seam and just spin you out immediately. And right now, 77 is getting chased down by the 61, I believe, of H-Route.
Yep, he will now join that pack, 77, 61. 61 a little loose off the corner, saves it. 77, 61, 79, and as a lap down car of the 8 of X Intimidator. But how about this man? Number 9 of From the Back running P4. Looks like staying pretty even with the 6 of Marcus. So he's hoping to have a good day here at Iowa and get back. He is in the top 8, we believe. Looking to get closer towards the number 1 spot and closer into or farther away from the playoff cutoff.
Just close racing all around, trying to get your best spot. I mean, points. I believe points are real close because you've had some people have really good races and run really good, and then you have some people maybe at the road course that we had did not run too hot there, ended up falling off pretty hard. But right now we are looking at side by side. I mean, side by side. 61's coming out pit road actually. 39 and 8 side by side. I don't think that's for this position, but they made contact.
79, little contact with the 8. But the 61, that was
And
the second time in this race that he spun out.
Caution's out.
Caution's out. Oh, wow. Caution is out. That is the third one of the day here at the Roman Porsche National Series. It's Corn State 250 at Iowa Speedway. And you have JB 2 laps down and X Intimidator 2 laps down. And those are the only cars on the lead lap. So JB will get one of his laps back here. He'll get the free pass. One of those. And the X Intimidator, who did pit about 10, 12 laps ago, if he decided to stay out, then he will get back to one lap as well. But his tires are a little bit fresher than his opponents.
Be a little fresher, but he will actually go down pit road. I believe he is. He's scheduled to make a pit stop, but yeah, everyone should be pitting here. Too risky not to take a pit stop here, as they were coming to finish their run anyways.
The 11 team got his driver out very quickly, and he was able to get around the 16. So Pat's ace to the lead, and he has Marcus behind him, and Fluffy 2 is outside. Let's see if Pat's can hold him off.
Pat's ace to the lead. Maybe the first time today he's been leading, but we know Fluffy's not gonna let him just run away from him. Fluffy will run the outside, run the inside, and
Pat gets the wall.
Will lead the lap, but will not lead on to turn 1 as Fluffy takes the lead back. Marcus getting a little tight. And here's Voltage side by side, 3 wide, I think. No, 2 wide still. But it looked like Voltage is gonna make that 3 wide. We have contact in the back. Whoa, I think the 12 just got into the 9. Yeah, it was a 12. Pushed
9's
up right
still
into
trying
the
to
9.
gather it up. Looks good. Will Mosley goes back loses a spot from 5th to 6th from that exchange, but Keffer was 11th on the restart after his 1-car spin, and he is now making his way up to the 7th position if he can clear Trey.
I'm gonna try to clear Trey as I'm not even on that battle right now. Let me try to find it. Oh, he has cleared Trey, but we have A-Trout right behind him. Last week's winner, running about probably mid-pack, a little bit further back than mid-pack. 13 cars, I think he's running like 8th or 9th right now. As he's inside of the 7 right now, but 7s will have the run off the exit.
79 into the wall, but he'll keep it straight. Great battle up here for the front. You have the 20 of Voltage just clear the 11 of Pat's battle for 3rd there. And Z-Mog trying to make his way up there. He is now running P5.
He's running P5, but he did make contact with the 9 to get there, so I'm not going to be surprised if the 9 ends up giving the 12 a bumper back here. If he gets to his inside, not giving him much room at all. But he's got to catch him. He's got to get underneath him at least to make a move. They're just in a line right now.
That's the total opposite of a line is what you have in the back half, as Keffer and A-Trout battling for the 7th position here.
Battling for position in the back of the... What is that, like 8th place? Yeah, it's 8th place right there.
This is about for 7th, I believe.
Oh, 7th. It was about for 7th. It said 8th on his stream when I looked at it for a second. But I mean, Big Destroyer right behind him. X Intimidator not on the same lap as these guys, but he's still looking to get by as many cars as he can. Trying to show that he can race with these guys. He can run. He does have the speed. Just we'll have to see how this whole race goes out for him.
Yep, Keffer looks like he will clear the 61 for the 7th position. And 61 will contact with the wall, which will assert his 7th place position. And back up front, Fluffy has just pulled away from everybody else. Marcus is somewhat pulled away from the rest of this main pack. And then this main pack consists of Voltage, Pat, Smoke, Z-Mog, 3rd through 5th. And then trailing it is the 9 of Will Mosley in 6th.
Pat's ace right on the bumper of Voltage, and Voltage goes high, Pat's goes low. Maybe trying to make a pass on him. Won't be able to clear him at all. Won't be able to get side by side with him either anymore. This Voltage. Maybe Voltage found sign up there on the high side in 3 and 4. Maybe that's where he wants to run. Can't really run the bottom, so he's just gonna run the high side, get some more momentum off that corner. Actually just decided to run the bottom. Maybe he knew that Pats had a run, so he went high, just held him off.
Yeah, right now, as we just hit, it appears we'll be coming to when Fluffy Cross start finish line this time by. We will be at 31 laps to go. And green flag pit stops could come in the next 8 laps or so. So we'll see. And Z-Mog, a little 20 and 11, checked up a little bit. 12 Z-Mog will make his move, it appears. No, he's just going to fall back in line. Oh, Voltage gets the outside wall going into turn 1. That's a 12 make it have an opportunity. But he's going to have that high line advantage, and the 20 is going to clear the 12, but lose a spot to the 11. And Pat's ace to third.
Pat's ace up to third. He got into the wall early in the stage, and now I think he's just trying to regroup himself and get back up to these top 2. I think he's got the speed to keep up with them, but I think that just getting in the wall made him lose track and lose focus. As actually the 9 gets right back by the 12 for 5th place.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of, battle out there the 12, or maybe just an ill-handling race car longer in the run, later in the run. But this pack is now spread out aside from the 9 and the 12. So it's going to be very hard now to make up ground with this many laps left.
Looks like they'll have about 10 laps of fuel right now left, and about probably, you said, like 29 to go, 28 to go coming this time by, 28 to go. So they'll probably pit here and maybe like 5 or 6 laps, knowing that they could probably, knowing they'll make it, and probably like 20 to go. I think that's what they're actually going to pit. Maybe when they come to 20 to go. I think that'll be the.
If they split in half, so if they stretch it all the way, it would be 20 to go, and max you can go is around 24. So yeah, probably in the next 6 to 8 laps, potentially a little bit longer maybe. If someone was saving a little bit of fuel, just running the track very easily. But yeah, next 6 or 8 laps, we should see green flag pit stops.
12 back ahead of the 9. They're battling it out for 5th, as 9 maybe not having the best handling. I don't think anyone's having their best handling car right now, unless you started off really, really tight. Maybe this is your best handling type of the car, but I don't think anyone's been that tight the whole time. These guys all should be a little loose or getting to that situation where you need to come down and get 4 fresh tires. Voltage maybe coming off pit road, or he just get loose. Is he?
We'll see here. The 20 just a little bit loose as he will continue out of turn 4.
Got a little loose. We've had a situation before where it looked like they got a little loose, but they're actually giving the signal, and I did not see it really. And
still a great battle here for the 5th position. The 9 clears him. 9 from the back will clear the 12 of Swing Z-Mog for 5th. Both these guys, a little contact, almost. Look at the 9 might have got the apron a tad bit. 12 checked up just enough time where he barely made contact.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. It looked like the 9 hit the apron a little bit, and he was like, he had to slow down a little bit, and the 12 got right into the back of him. But here the 20 is coming down pit road this time by. They'll have 23 to go. Coming to 23 to go. A lot of people are cars down pit road.
Yep, actually everybody, almost majority of the field. As you see here, the 20 had a very weird entry to say the least. He lost a good bit of time to the 11 and his opposing drivers up front, but Fluffy, Marcus, Pats, Voltage, JB, Big D all pit on that lap. And
9 stayed out, but he's pitting this time with a 12, and next will be the 7, and I think the 7 of Keffer actually stayed out on track.
He did. Looks like Keffer is your leader.
Keffer's your leader, but he better be coming out pit road. He's got 6% on that right rear. I don't think he's going to be able to make it another lap after this, so we'll see him coming out pit road this time by.
Here he comes, Trey coming in behind him on the bumper. Great entry for Trey. Might have, I'm not going to say he was speeding, but he was going a little bit faster than the 7 there. We'll see if he has a very long pit stop. And trying to look for cars who look like they haven't pit yet. The 1 might be the only one who has not pit yet. Goofy once again will take the lead, and he'll be pitting this time by along with the aid of X Intimidator. X Intimidator is a lap, 2 laps down.
Right now, back to the front of the pack, we have the 16 taking the lead back from the pit cycle. Should be taking the lead back from the pit cycle at least. If he's not, then someone had a really fast pit stop. Should be back to the lead as team leader. I can't tell.
Fluffy, once the 1 got passed for position, I believe the 16 did take the lead. And yep, Fluffy, your leader, with you see behind him that is Marcus in second, Pat's third. They have their own somewhat breakaway. I mean, there's only 2 guys on the front stretch at the moment, and then you see come off turn 4, Voltage, Zmog, Will from the back, and Big Destroyer, and that's through 7th. So 7 cars. Or 3 cars in a vicinity for the top 3, and then you have 4th through 7th in a certain vicinity.
I mean, if we go on board with Pat's, he's right on the bumper of Marcus. Well, he's about 2 car leads off, probably 2 car leads off. Not gonna give up at all here. He's still got a chance of this win. The caution comes out late. I think it's anyone's game. I think the best short run car in the race is probably that 20. But I mean, it just depends on if we can get there. I mean, he is. Where's Voltage right now? He's running.
He's P4, pretty far back.
He's P4 right now. He's P4 right now. But if a caution comes out, it's 4 fresh tires. Could give a run for the money for the win.
Well, fun fact here about Pat Ace on board with him right now. If you are in A class, I believe out of all the times that are not wall bang, which is where you pretty much drive into the wall full force, I believe Pat has the fastest time with a 401 flat. So he obviously knows how to get around short tracks. Of course, ISM and Iowa, as he's running P3 right now behind the Roush cars, which might arguably have the fastest setup on NASCAR Heat 4. And that's not confirmed, but that is just an assumption with Fluffy.
I mean, top 2 on the all-time leaderboard, I would assume so. Running 1-2 right now, qualified 1-2 this race. I don't think that's that far of a stretch, well, at least on PlayStation. Xbox, they may have a little different, but on PlayStation, for sure, I think these guys have the best setup right now. Or Xfinity plays at Iowa.
You think about it, I mean, usually you go in there, you get ×4 lobby, or ×3 lobby, you know, run it hard as you can while the tires are fresh and usually get a good lap. These guys are in this, or Marcus was second on the leaderboard with straight up ×1 qualifying run. So very nice to see these Roush cars up there, and a lot of MBN guys in the top 6 for all time. But right now, best manufacturer of the track, first place Fluffy along with second place Marcus. Bring up your Fords. Your third place driver Pat's Ace representing the Chevy camp right now in P3, and P4 for Toyotas is Voltage. Actually, might have spoke too soon on that. He's getting ready to get passed by a Chevrolet of Will Mosley and Ford of Spoke Z-Mog potentially. But we'll see how this goes as the battle for 4th heats up.
These 2 cars, the 9 and the 12, have been around each other all night, and I think maybe trying to get that 20 in between them will be a nice little gap for them, but I don't think it's going to last long. I think that 20 either going to get ahead of the 9 or it'll fall back behind the 12. As they still battle, and 12 may be a little loose. I do not think he was on the power as hard as he could have been right there on exit.
Haven't had a steady throttle control right now. The 12 car Spoke Z-Mog just trying to he might be a little loose right now, trying to keep it, you know, the rear tires under him. But great about 4th here. 9 will from the back, 20 of Voltage for P4. Both these guys are full time in this series. Of course, Voltage runs full time in the PRCS Pocono Raceway Cup Series. As his primary series, but it's nice challenge for some of these Xfinity guys like Z-Mog, like from the back, including Trey, guys like that, even Goofy and JB Xfinity guys like that, to have the Cup guys in here to see what they need to work with if they're going to get brought up to the Cup Series. And right now, the 9 car and the 12 are doing a fantastic job as they're right now ahead of, you see Big D Destroyer back there in the 7th position?
Oh, we gotta go to the lead right now. We have a battle
Oh,
for the lead. Fluffy
really?
backing off real
Oh,
hard.
wow.
I don't know if Fluffy is just trying to make it close or if he's having some problems here. I mean, I was looking at these guys. Marcus is your new leader right now. As they're coming to 9 or 8 to go. I think it's 9 to go this time by.
Fluffy, you see, Marcus gets a better exit. It seems like Fluffy might. They're trying to save some gas because, you know, Fluffy sometimes has issues of just running so fast that it burns the fuel so quickly. Or the car might just be loose and he's having to have great throttle control and not spin out. But Fluffy losing a lot of time, and Pat's ace trying to make his name into the lead spot.
Okay, this time by 7 to go. I'm on track right now. 7 to go. As Fluffy is backing off. Did he run the fuel out of his car? Did he run it so hard where he's running out of fuel he's not going to make it on fuel? That's my question. Because the Keffer actually, I think, is like maybe 1 lap to the good, and he stayed out a little longer than these guys. You think he stayed out 1 lap longer, so that could be a possibility. Fluffy may have pitted 1 lap too soon.
Yeah, Keffer pit 2 laps for these guys, and Keffer is a lap and a half good. So, and you know, Keffer, he likes to, in his regular gears, save some gas. So knowing Fluffy, he was on the brink of being even anyway, and he is trying his best to manage the gap. But right now, the Pat's ace in the 11 had to back off as well. But they're battling for second as Marcus has a very nice lead in this number 6 machine.
I got 5 to go that time by. This is going to be close for this battle. I mean, here we are, last 5 laps, and it looks like it's gonna come down to fuel mileage. Who's gonna be on the money? I think the race is gonna come down to one of these 3. But if Pat's ace really far back off the throttle here, really trying to save as much as he can.
Fluffy, though, he's caught the gap up a lot. Fluffy now just tenths behind, car lengths behind the 6 of Marcus. And Pat's ace kind of out of the question at the moment unless these 2 run out. It's going to be a 2-car battle for the lead. Car owner in the 16 of Fluffy. Driver is 6 of Marcus, who has not won an MBN event in his 2 seasons of racing. Marcus will put the block on. I believe we're now at 3 to go, correct?
3 to go, yes. This is 3 to go. I mean, we have the lap 98. JB is a lap down. Maybe going on 2 laps down. I mean, this is going to be close. He's going to drop to the apron. Going to let the leaders go by.
Smart move by the 98.
This is a race for. This is a race for the win right here between the 6 and the 16.
Marcus going to back the corner up. He's going to try and do a crossover here on his car owner. Marcus down low. The order's number 6. 2 to go. Marcus to the inside of Fluffy. This is your battle for the win.
Battle for the win. Teammates. Team owner Fluffy, driver for the team Marcus in the 6 and the 16. We've seen Fluffy battle for wins a lot here, but can Marcus put the final piece of the puzzle? As we're coming to one lap to go. Marcus to the outside.
1 to go, sponsored by Ronin Imports. Who will get done? Will it be a Roush Roommate car where they both run out of gas and Pats get the win? Fluffy on the inside gets a great run off of turn 2. Marcus is out of gas.
I think Marcus is out.
Sputtering into turn 3. Marcus cannot get it back firing. And that's going to give the win. Fluffy once again gets it done for the Ronin Imports National Series. And I was going to say, but we were focused on that battle. A lot of cars. Oh, we had 1 car spin across the line. 9 from the back.
Wow.
Where will he finish?
Came down to fuel, and they were able to make it. As I'm on board with Keffer, he's streaming, and he's going to end up 6. Your top 5 is going to be the 16 of Fluffy, the 6 of Marcus, the 11 of Pat's ace, the 12 of Smoke, and the 9 of Front and Back. That is your top 5.
I was going to say, we had Voltage in the 20 pit with 3 to go. If you guys saw it for a split second, he was down pit road, so he had to pit his number 20. Voltage will finish 11th with Keffer 6th, Trey 7th, Big Destroyer 8th, Goofy 9th in the 1, 10th A-Trout, 11th Voltage 1 lap down, 12th 2 laps down, 98 of JB, and 13th 2 laps down, the 8 of X Intimidator. But Fluffy, already down pit road, had to skip the burnout. So we'll be getting Fluffy, Pats, and Marcus for post-race interviews. Fast lap to race goes to Marcus, 23.041. Team owner Fluffy had a 23.081.
Yeah, I'm getting the invites and trying to get the invites. Get an invite, Fluffy, and who else? Pat's. Gotta go to Pat's now.
Fluffy Pat's Marcus.
Pat. And then Marcus. I gotta invite Marcus manually again.
We're gonna let most people get in here. Make sure party audio is set to always allow, please.
You know it is.
Marcus, please put your party audio to allow. You'll be interviewed second, I believe.
It is.
We'll wait on Pat's here. We'll go ahead and get the interview started. Fluffy, this happens way too often, but did a fantastic job today. Did not get the pole, got both stages and the win in a nail-biting finish. Once again, third race in a row. We've had a great finish. Barely beating out your teammate and driver, Marcus, but tell us about your race, man. How good was the car?
The car was good, man. The car was great. Had a little bit of problem in stage 1, stage 2. Front end just wasn't rotating like I wanted to. But we made some adjustments there. Made the adjustment to kind of make it loose a little bit, and brought home the win. And in a dramatic fashion, honestly, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was a great drive by you tonight. Roush Fenway once again showing speed, a 1-2 finish as a team owner. I mean, you obviously love your season as a driver, several wins, but as a team owner, Marcus E-Dub has had several great finishes, even probably the best one of the season, getting the pole tonight, and coming up close, finishing second, leading a good bit of laps though. What are your thoughts on the team of Roush Fenway as in general for the Cup Series, just overall Cup Series, Xfinity Series? What's your outlook, and how do you think your team's doing?
Our team's doing pretty good, man. Our team's trying to be solid every week, and just getting those cars out there, getting them ready, us ready for every week. And tonight was definitely a momentum getter for tomorrow night. When me and Marcus will be winning 17-6 Indy tomorrow. So this is definitely a big momentum getter for the whole team, Roush, and hopefully we can start having more better results for the team throughout the week, every week. And our outlook is basically just bring home a championship, man. Bring home a championship this season for Xfinity and Cup, and hopefully these guys get it done this season. And definitely the outlook is looking very, very strong for all drivers that are in Roush right now. So outlook's looking pretty strong. It's looking very, very strong right now, and our goal is just to get the job done every week and bring home a championship at the end.
Jay, do you have any questions for our race winner?
Knowing that tomorrow is not Iowa, but it'll be Indy for the Cup Series, do you think anything tonight will be brought to Iowa? I mean, two completely different tracks. I mean, Iowa being night flat and 2 miles, and this track being a short track with some high banking.
Kinda. I mean, Indy is a different breed of track, but you still have the same sense as you would at any other track. The goal is basically just be consistent. That's basically all it is. Though the track is very different. It's not a short track. It's a different. I think it's like an intermediate track. So an intermediate track and a short track are totally different from what we were racing here tonight. So going into tomorrow, it's going to be a different strategy than it would be tonight.
Hmm.
Any other questions, Jay?
I know that's it.
Well, Buck, once again, congrats on your win and the 1-2 for Roush Fenway. We'll see you tomorrow night at Indy.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll go to the second place finisher of Marcus, your pole setter, and probably his best race this season across both series. But Marcus, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do. You got Marcus loud and clear.
Marcus, you had the pole today, showed a lot of speed in the first two stages, and especially in stage 3, coming close to the win, but looked like you started sputtering coming off of turn 2 and coasted your number 6 machine to a second place finish. Tell us about your race.
I think you said it all. This is probably one of the best races I've put up since I've been here. But I had a good car. Car was tight, but in the long runs, I felt like it got just a little bit looser. But almost got my first win. But as you said, I sputtered off of turn 2, and I was hoping to stay in second, but I saw Pats and Will. They were fighting. They were fighting for third and fourth. I honestly thought they were right there, but I had a little bit left, a little bit left in the tank to give me a second place. So we'll take it. We'll take it. No win would have been more satisfying. We'll take second place. So this is a start of an improvement there. So just taking one race at a time. So yeah.
Of course, man. Jay, do you have any questions for our second place finisher?
Getting the momentum from tonight. You think tomorrow night you'll pick up that first win in the Cup Series?
Oh man. Well, with all the competition that there is in the Cup Series, I mean, my chances are very slim, but I'm just gonna take this second place, and just like I said, just use it as like you told Fluffy, use it as momentum for tomorrow night's race, and hopefully tomorrow night, we can turn the second place finish to my first win. I don't have a win currently in both series, and I'm just dying to thirst to get my first win. So tonight was that first step, and hopefully we can get changed in the right direction during the second half of the season. Hopefully.
Yep, 6 teams will be looking on up for both series here at the Midnight Broadcast Network. Thank you for your time, Marcus. Congrats on your second place finish, and we'll see you tomorrow night at Indy.
All right, we'll do. You guys take care.
Yep. Pats, is your party audio set to allow?
Yep.
All right, Pats. We brought up very late in the show about the skill you have on short tracks. We brought up, I think you're still first for all the drivers who at ISM for the Poli qualifier, not counting a wall bang. So obviously you know how to get in a short tracks, and your third place finisher tonight showed that as well. Tell us about your race, man.
That was pretty good car. These setups have been a little bit different for me from the last game, but the last couple days I've been working on them. I think I'm starting to figure them out. That's a pretty good car for only taking like 30 minutes to make the setup. So
Yeah.
I mean, didn't have nothing for Fluffy or Marcus, but it was competitive.
Yeah, you got to think about it. That's probably the Roush camp. They probably got some of the best fastest setups on the game, and literally just qualifying and getting 1-2 on the all-time leaderboard would back that statement. But I guess the best would say that 11 team, and you've been showing a lot of improvement over the past season or earlier this season. What do you think? Is this change anything for tomorrow? Tomorrow's race in Indianapolis. I guess momentum coming in.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for me is just trying to get back in the swing of things, and the momentum is starting to pick up. I can feel it. I felt it today at the ISM. It's pretty good. I think I'm still. I don't know if I'm P1 right now or not, but I mean, just trying to build momentum. As far as tomorrow goes, man, I don't know. Like, you got 20 guys in there that can drive in the pro league, so I mean, and half of them do. So if you just run top 5, I consider that a win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. If I finish top 5 in the MBN Cup race, it's a very good day. Even 7th, 6th or 7th, you sometimes take. But Jay, do you have any questions for our 3rd place finisher?
Not really a question, but I just want to say you were my pick to win. It didn't really disappoint me. You ran good all night, and I just want to say just good luck tomorrow night. Hope you can bring a victory home soon.
I hope so. I'd like to apologize to Will. I ran out of gas in turn 3, and he told me he was going low, but you guys know when you're out of gas, like, you don't have any control of the car, and I was trying to pull it to the bottom, and I guess he was going to the bottom, and it looked like I blocked him. I didn't really, I mean, I guess I did, but I wasn't trying to, so I just want to say sorry to Will.
Yeah, the 9, it seems like almost every time there's an incident, he caused none. But it
Yeah,
seems like
he
the
was
9.
on the 9. I mean,
Yeah, I think.
it was my fault, but I honestly was trying to get out of his way. There's no gas in the car, and you can't stomp the throttle. You're just kind of sitting and duck. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Thank you for your time, Pats. Once again, this is Pat's Ace, driver number 11 in the Road Reports National Series. And the number 42, I forgot you changed your number. I believe 42?
Yes, sir. Chip
And the number
Ganassi.
42 in the Pocono Raceway Cup Series. Thank you for your time. Congrats on your 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
Well, Jay, that rounds up another fantastic broadcast here for the Road Reports National Series. Give us your overall thoughts on tonight's event.
I mean, it's kind of what I said I thought was going to happen. A nice battle with the last 5 laps. I mean, came down to fuel mileage. Fluffy, the first one, to really back off of it. And I think that's what gave him an advantage. He had a lead, and he realized that he wasn't going to make it. So instead of just running it out, and right now in the last lap, he started to save. Let those guys catch up to him, and then just took advantage of it while they were trying to save, and he was good to go.
Yeah, Fluffy played the fuel strategy smart. This is not an insult to Fluffy, but for the first time, he played it smart. Gotta give kudos to Marcus, though, in his 2nd place finish. The guy's been putting in a lot of work, and this season moving to Roush Fenway into the 6th car for the Cup Series. He's put a lot of effort in, and it's showing, even in the Xfinity Series, which you do have a couple Cup guys running here. He's doing a great job, and also Will Mosley, I believe, in his 5th place finish. And 4th place was Z-Mog, correct?
Yes.
Correct him as well. But so that will be it for tonight, I believe. Jay, it's been a great night of broadcasting with you once again. Race number 10. Weird we've done 10 weeks of this. But yeah, we have 5 races left until the playoffs. It already is almost that time of the season. We have 5 races left of the playoffs. And it should be exciting to see who will make it in. But for tonight's racing broadcast, brought to you by the Midnight Broadcasting Network, this is Slade J84 and Jay Hyper signing off. Have a good night, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow night.